Hi, my name is Olabanji Odemi, and I am here to show you how to calculate the change in enthalpy when given the Lewis structures for the reaction. Enthalpy change is the name given to the amount of heat evolved or absorbed in a reaction carried out at constant pressure. It is usually given by the symbol delta H. This stands for delta, which is also known as change. And this is the enthalpy, which gives us the change in enthalpy. Okay, so the formula for the change and enthalpy of a reaction when you're given the bond energies is bonds broken subtracted by the bonds formed. This is an example of a problem where you could be told to calculate the change in enthalpy for the reaction. This, as you can see, this reaction is represented by Lewis structures with bonds. These are considered single bonds. All these are considered single bonds. And this is considered a double bond. So generally, the reactant represents the bond broken, while the product represents the bond formed. Step 1 to calculating the change in enthalpy from bond energies is crossing out the bonds that are similar in the reactant and the products. So for example, you have one HO bond here, you have another HO bond right here. So you can cross those out. Instead of writing this as 2 HO bond, OH bond, you could just take out the 2 to make it easier and write it and just repeat what you see over there. So you make it easier to cross out. So you crossed out one over here. Then you can cross out another one. And you can also cross one out over here. OH, OH. Then you can cross out this CH bond, this CH bond, this one, and this one. Then what you have left in the reactant is going to be the bonds broken, and what you have left in the products is going to be the bonds formed. So you add up the bond energies of the reactant to give you the bonds broken, and you add up the bond energies left in the products to give you the bonds formed. So on this end you have the bonds broken, and on this end you have the bonds formed. So what you have left from the reaction side is 1 mole of O bond. You have 1 mole of a HC bond, and you have 1 mole of a CO bond. These will all be added up. The bond energies will be added up. And on the product side, you have 1 mole of a CO double bond, and you have 1 mole of a HO bond. These will also be added up to give us the bonds formed. calculate the total amount of energy in the bonds broken and the bonds formed, you would need to add up the bond energies for each of these bonds. So this is the bond energy for an OO bond. This is the energy for a HC bond, and this is the energy for a CO bond, which adds up to 918 kilojoules for the bonds broken. And on the bonds formed side, this is the bond energy for a double bond of CO, and this is the bond energy for an HO bond, which gives us a total of 1,206 kilojoules for the bonds formed. So as we learned previously, to find the change in enthalpy of a reaction, you would need to subtract the bonds broken from the bonds formed. So that would be the total amount of energy you got for the bonds broken, subtracted by the total amount of energy got from the bonds formed, kilojoules, which gives you a total of negative 288 kilojoules, which means that this reaction is exothermic. This example concludes my tutorial. Thank you all for watching and have a blessed day.